All right, we are here for the third and final game, playing against our opponent, Nebula 2028. We won the die roll finally. We would like to play first. This is a pretty abysmal one-lander, so we're going to have to mulligan. This is a two-lander. Not much we can cast with this hand, but we're really one land away from being able to actually do some stuff. So we're going to keep this hand. Opponent is choosing to mulligan. Still debating if they're going to mulligan to 6 cards. They kept 7. We're going to keep this. Prying Blade. Prying Blade is not a land, but it is something that we can cast on turn 1. So I think we're actually going to keep it. And if we do draw a land and we get some creatures down, we can actually start getting somewhere with that Prying Blade. So we'll play the Forest and pass the turn. Opponent plays a Mountain. Passes back to us. We draw our Prying Blade. We'll play our Unknown Shores and cast our Prying Blade. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an Island. Let's see. Looks like they might be on Dinosaurs. Looks like one of the knights. We did not draw a land, so that sucks. Pass back to our opponent. Opponent has an Island. Opponent has a Nest Robber, hitting for a lot. We draw our Nest Robber, which we unfortunately cannot cast. So we will pass the turn. So far, the hardest thing about this deck has been our mana base. Opponent has a Siren Lookout. Going to get to explore, gets the +1/+1 counter. Opponent's going to get to come across for another 5. And opponent has a Rigging Runner. We do finally draw our Forest. And we will play our Blossom Dryad. But it's really a little too little too late. I don't think we're going to be able to come out of this game. Opponent's got a removal spell. Yeah, we can just go ahead and give it up there. So let's see. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we're going to bring into this matchup, so we will go ahead and pass. We'll like to go ahead and play first. Again, we have a no-lander, getting kind of old. Gonna mulligan. Let's see, this is a 2-lander, and we can cast the Sky Terror that's in our hand. And we have a Prying Blade to kind of ramp us up a little bit, so I guess we can definitely keep this one. We'll keep the Mountain on top. We'll play the Plains and the Prying Blade. Pass the turn. Opponent has a Mountain. Passes back to us. We will play our Sky Terror and pass the turn. Opponent has an Island. Passes back to us. We draw a Colossal Dreadmaw. We'll play our Mountain. Let's go ahead and equip up our Sky Terror. And let's see if we get to attack, or if our opponent has a removal spell. He does not, so we get in for 3, and we get a treasure token, so we will pass the turn. Opponent has a Siren Lookout. Gets him a Mountain, so he does not get the +1/+1 counter. Passes back to us. We draw another Prying Blade. Alright, so we are going to cast New Horizons, and we will attack for turn. Get in for 3, get another treasure token. And then now what we'll do is cast our Prying Blade, and we'll go ahead and equip and pass the turn, just to kind of use our mana while we have it. Opponent's got 4, casting a spell. Yep, he's going to bounce our guy. Opponent's probably going to get in for 1, which he does. We get our Sky Terror back. I think we're going to play the Pterodon Knight, and we'll give him flying when we get to cast our Night Terror as well. Sky Terror, not Night Terror. The sky is dark and full of terrors. Pass back to our opponent. Opponent has a Siren Storm Tamer, and a Fire Shrine Keeper, and a one with the wind. Gonna come in for 3. We draw our Frenzied Raptor. We're going to go ahead and equip, and then we will attack. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm leaving 2 mana open. I could have cast the Sky Terror to give him flying ahead of time, but we want to represent that we have a Lightning Strike. So if he double blocks and does something, then we can just destroy one of them. Actually, that doesn't even work. That actually did not even work, because he cannot actually double block and kill my guy. But we are going to get our Prying Blade token. And we could cast our Sky Terror, or we could use our mana more efficiently and cast Frenzied Raptor. I think what we're going to do is actually save the treasure token, so we can eventually get down this Colossal Dire Maw. and we'll pass the turn. Opponent has another spell. Let's see what he's got. He's got another one with the wind, which he's going to cast on his Fire Shrine Keeper, being the only ground-based guy that he has left. So he's got all sorts of air defense now. Opponent's got something else, but he's debating on whether or not he wants to cast it pre-combat or post-combat. Opponent's at 9 life. If I were him, I would probably not spend a lot of a time attacking here. He's going to leave his 3/4 back, and then he's just going to attack with his 3/3 flyer, which is a little risky, but because I could have a removal spell and then really get him. But we drew another forest. Opponent is going to do something during our draw step. He is going to put this guy on top of our library. Sure. So he didn't want us to redraw the creature, is what he was doing there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could cast our Colossal Dreadmaw, and I think that's what we're going to do. So that gives us a nice 6/6. Now he can attack in the air for 3, 6, 7. We're just going to let him go. Opponent has a Nest Robber. Opponent's got a decent number of 1/1s. Drawing a... what's the Daggertooth guy, the 5-mana red-green guy who deals 1 damage to all our creatures. He'd be a good draw right now. Could get a good 2-for-1 out of him. He has to leave at least 2 blockers back though for Sky Terror, because he can't just let me get across for 4 in the air. Opponent's thinking pretty hard. Hopefully our opponent isn't going to disconnect like our first opponent did. Alright, opponent is deciding whether or not he's going to attack. Keeps his guys back. I think that's probably the smart move. I don't think he could profitably attack there. We redraw our Pterodon Knight. So what do? We could attack with both of our Prying Blades. Attach both of our Prying Blades. We could attach 1 to each, or we could attach 2 to the Sky Terror. So if he does double block the Sky Terror, we can shoot something down. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. And then we will... He's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he can attack back for 9. And he is also out of cards, so he doesn't have any tricks or anything like that. So I think we can go ahead and just attack with everything. And he's at such a low life total that he has to block. Alright, so... yeah, I guess so here's the thing. If we don't destroy this Fire Shrine Keeper, he's got enough mana on table that he can use it to shoot down 2 of our creatures. So although I'd like to be able to get the Siren Lookout, I think we have to prioritize the Fire Shrine Keeper first. Oh, he doesn't have exactly enough mana for that. He needs 8. He currently has 7, so he could draw a land and do it. I still think that we have to prioritize it that way. We do get both of our Prying Blade triggers, and now we can cast our Frenzied Raptor and pass the turn. So now if we had done it the other way, and he had drawn a land this turn, then he could kill both of our guys. We would particularly like to draw our Fire Shrine Keeper if we could. Opponent's passing back to us. We draw land. We're going to cast our Pterodon Knight. And unfortunately, I don't think we can attack this turn, so we're going to pass. Opponent has a River Sneak. And let's see what we draw. We draw Plains. That's pretty bad. We didn't want to draw another land there. Now, if we attack with a Sky Terror and a Pterodon Knight, we'd have to leave both the Prying Blades on the Sky Terror. Alright, if we attack with the Sky Terror, just the Sky Terror, he has to block with both. We can take down the Siren Lookout and then reattach the Prying Blades to our Pterodon Knight. And that only leaves him with the 1 flyer to block with. So I think that we're going to go ahead and attack. Opponent has a card in hand. He may have a spell that he wants to cast here. Opponent could also just take the 4 damage, although that puts him at a dangerous life total. Opponent's going to go ahead and block with both, and we're going to leave it at right that order. And we'll go ahead and equip our Prying Blades, and we'll pass the turn. Opponent plays his mountain. He does get a Fire Shrine Keeper, and we'll pass the turn. We drew a Blossom Dryad. We're going to hold the Dryad, I think. So he can sack this dude, and he can kill both of our guys. So I think what we're going to end up doing is attacking with both. Yeah, we're going to end up attacking with both. He's probably going to cash in his Nest Robber against our Frenzied Raptor. All right. And now I think we don't play our Blossom Dryad, so he can only destroy 1 creature. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Because he was going to be able to shoot down the Frenzied Raptor anyway, so we might as well get his Nest Robber out of it. Let's see, he's going to get to attack for 3, and our opponent gives it up. So we're going to go to sideboarding. After seeing all of his flying creatures, I think the Cobbled Wings might actually be worth bringing in. We will bring out... I don't think there's anything we really want to bring out. We could bring out this Nest Robber. That doesn't seem very good, yeah. We'll bring in the Cobbled Wings just because he had so many flyers. This is a one-lander. I mean, we get to cast our Kinjali's Caller, but that's it. So unfortunately, we have to mulligan. This is a 3-lander with all of our mana, which is pretty good. We'll go ahead and keep this. And the program has decided to lock up a little bit. I did decide to keep this hand. It's saying I would like to do it. We will keep another land, so we'll keep that on top. Opponent plays a mountain, passes the turn. We draw our forest, we will play it, and we will also pass the turn. Opponent has an island, plays a raptor hatchling, passes back to us. We draw a Michael Ceratops. We'll play a mountain and pass the turn. Opponent has a river sneak. He did not play a land though, so he might be short on lands. We're going to take one from the raptor hatchling. We draw a territorial hammer skull, which might be a better play than our frenzied raptor right now. So that's what we're going to play. And pass back to our opponent. Because we can use the Hammer Skull to tap down his Raptor Hatchling, so he can't leave it back to block with. Raptor Hatchling turns into a 3/3 if you kill it, basically. And we don't want to be able to enable Mommy Dinosaur to come in and protect a little baby raptor. Mamasaurus Rex is what we would call that. Opponent did get a land, and he's playing a Lightning Rig Crew. That'll be a little hard to attack through. We don't have a lot of 1/1s, and I don't think he has much in the way of pirates, so we're not too worried about him shooting our guys down. Oh, it's each opponent. That actually could add up to it, to 20 points of damage if the game goes long enough. Opponent's going to attack in with his River Sneak. Can't block it. We draw our Pterodon Knight, which is a pretty good draw. It gives us a solid flyer that we can cast. We will go ahead and do so. So we're going to go ahead and we attack. He gets to block with his Lightning Rig Crew. If we tap the Lightning Rig Crew, then he gets to block with Raptor Hatchling. Then he gets a 3/3. Yep, unfortunately, don't think we can attack here, so we will pass the turn. Opponent has land. He's going to go ahead and Lightning Rig Crew now, which might mean that he has a pirate. There's a Siren Lookout. Kiar, it's a pirate. Does the Siren Lookout get a +1/+1 counter, though? Gets him a land. Opponent is going to attack with his Raptor Hatchling and his River Sneak. Nope, just gonna attack with the River Sneak, gonna leave the Raptor Hatchling back. Now if we draw a mountain, we could cast our Fire Cannon Blast, but unfortunately we didn't. We did draw another land though, which means we can cast either our Shining Aerosaur or our Spike-tailed Ceratops. I think we attack with the Pterodon Knight, leave the Hammer Skull back, and then we cast the Shining Aerosaur, second main phase. Now he could take 3 or he could block. I imagine he's going to take 3. He's going to Lightning Crew to deal damage to us. And we will play our Shining Aerosaur and pass the turn. Opponent gets to add +2/+2 and flying to his already unblockable creature. Opponent's just getting in with the River Sneak. I would particularly like to draw a mountain here. Blossom Dryad is actually good enough, but not this turn. So we are going to get to attack with our 2 flyers. And it's going to shoot us for 1, and we hit him for 6. Now we're going to go ahead and play our Blossom Dryad. And that means next turn we can potentially shoot down either the River Sneak or the Lightning Rig Crew. I think we're probably going to shoot down the River Sneak, and we'll probably do it in main phase if we get to keep our guy. Opponent gets a land. Got a lot of mana. Burning Sun Avatar. So he's going to deal 3 damage to me, and he's going to get to shoot one of my guys. Let's see what he shoots down. That was a good draw for our opponent. Opponent's going to shoot down our flyer. That's a good play for him, although if he had known that this was going to enable this, he might have done that differently. But he's going to get to hit us for 3 now. So it passes back to us. We get a Raging Sword Tooth, which if we played right now would just upgrade his 1/1 to a 3/3. That's not good. We can cast Fire Cannon Blast, and then that would let me shoot down either his River Sneak or his 6/6. But unfortunately, that means I don't have another play, and that would only have 1 blocker. So I think this means we lose. I think that we don't have a way out of this now. I can cast the Ceratops and just leave everything back to block, but he gets to Lightning Crew, and then on his turn, Lightning Crew again, and then attack me for 3. So let's do this. And we do not have the ability to attack. He's going to get to shoot us for 2, and he could theoretically attack us. And we would only be able to block 2, so that put us 3. We're getting really close here. We're getting really close to just being dead. Opponent, he might be able to kill us by casting that. Gets to explore, gets another land. He is attacking all in. So we are going to block his flyer and his 6/6, and we'll take the 1. Draw another land. Yep, unfortunately that's the game. So we're going to extend a handshake to our opponent for a game well fought. And we'll go ahead and concede. And that puts us at 1 and 2, which unfortunately, if we view our prizes, means that we didn't get anything. So unfortunately, that's not the best draft, but it went okay. Unfortunately, our only win was because our opponent disconnected. So not the best showing this time around, but I do like Ixalan as a draft format. It reminds me a lot of drafting Lauren block, because again, it's a tribal set. But what I like about it is that it's not reliant on like your traditional like lords and tribal mechanics, like Lord of Atlantis or cards like that, or Goblin Chieftain or things like that. It's actually just more reliant on tribal mechanic, like the enrage mechanic and raid and stuff like that. So it's got a lot of unification. Like each tribe has its own kind of unifying rules that it's trying to enforce. It's trying to play its own kind of game, and I like that. It's a really good set. I like drafting it a lot. I haven't played it in standard yet, but that might be the next thing that I do. Well, anyway, that was the draft. Again, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos in the future, please subscribe to my Legit Games. And once again, if you'd like to donate money to us, kind of support us financially, the link to our Patreon page is in the description below. So that's it. That's drafting Ixalan, and we'll see you in the next video.